Hi, I'm Mario Pokemon Shadow, and today I am doing a countdown. So my big thing is that I do Pokemon. Most my playthroughs right now are Pokemon Black, Pokemon Black 2, Pokemon X, and Pokemon Pearl. But due to the fact that I am a Pokemon player, I have to have a notion of what my favorites are, and so I am going to be doing this, and I also have 3 honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is Krogunk, Gen 4 Poison Fighting type, and the only reason I like this Pokemon is because Brock's Krogunk was awesome in the anime. That's the only reason. The second honorable mention is Xerneas from Generation 6, the Fairy type legendary. It only appears in Pokemon X. I love it because it's a big freaking deer, and the first time I saw it, it reminded me of a really good anime movie called Princess Mononoke. And the third is Staraptor, the Gen 4 normal flying type. And I love it because I love its design, and I also love that it's the only normal flying type that can learn close combat, which is freaking awesome. Okay, so number 10. Yay! Okay, so Krokorok is a Gen 5 dark ground type Pokemon, and it is the only Pokemon on my top 10 which is not fully evolved for the reason of I love its line, but in Sprite in Pokemon Black 2 is the most badass thing. It's like, I'm gonna take you down, I'm gonna look good doing it. Oh yeah. Okay, it's a good line. That's all I have to say. Okay. Number 9. So Ninetales at number 9. Oh joy. Okay. And no, I did not mean that on purpose. So Ninetales is, I don't care what people say about Milo, like Ninetales is the most beautiful Pokemon there is. May not be the best Pokemon, but it, in my opinion, is the best designed, one of the best designed Pokemon in Generation 1, and a really cool looking fire type, although fire type is not the first thing that comes to mind when I see this thing. Probably normal, or dark. Again, Gen 1 Pokemon, so it's probably going to be dark. And I have used this thing, and it has fainted a lot. So, not that good, but it's pretty. Alright, so number 8 is. So, number 8 is Absol. It is a Gen 3 pure dark type, and it is like I said, Ninetales are pretty. This thing is pretty in its own special way, because it is the only dark type that is white, and it may not be the best dark type. No. I have other good dark types on here, but that's not one of them. But, I mean, it's okay, but yeah. And Mega Evolution even looks so awesome. So, it's known as a disaster Pokemon, which probably makes sense because animals are supposed to know when bad things are about to happen. So there's that. Anyway, it just looks awesome. And just so you know, I have used every single one of these Pokemon. Yes, I have. Mm-hmm. Except for the honorable mentions. I've never used Krogunk. No, I have not. I'm sorry. So number 7. So Roserade is number 7. And I believe there are some characters in the anime and in the games that you see these certain Pokemon in the wild, you associate them with these characters no matter where they might be, and Roserade, or more specifically its pre-evolution Roselia, um, I always associate with Drew from the Hoenn series, because he was my favorite rival that any character ever had, and yeah, there's also that, and also Roserade is a great Pokemon to count on in a battle, and I just love using Giga Drain. Giga Drain is the best move ever. So there's that, and also, although I made it like a pretty little Pokemon, it can kick your ass. Good times. Alright, so number 6 is... Okay, so number 6 is Sandslash, which is a kind of bit of a departure from my other picks due to the fact that all my other picks have had something cool or pretty to them, and this one is a dude with spikes and claws. The reason why this guy's on my list is because before I used him in Soul Silver, I did not like ground types. I loved electric types though. I thought ground types were pretty much useless, and I know there were a lot of water and grass types, so it's like, why would I ever use a ground type? And now ground type is one of my favorite typings, and after using, and Sandslash doesn't have the best moveset in Soul Silver if you want actual ground type moves, but in Black 2 it got like magnitude when I caught it as a little Sandshrew, and it was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And also, I call it Knuckles, because if Knuckles from Sonic Universe was a Pokemon, it would be this one. Yeah. Okay. So number 5 is... Okay, so number 5 is Luxray, and, well, my first game I ever played was Pokemon Diamond, and I knew nothing about Pokemon. Heck, when I tried to catch a Pokemon, I knocked it out, thinking, oh, when it's knocked out, I can catch it, and then it disappeared. Yes, that's what happened. And I found a Shinx and was like, oh, this is so cool. And stupid noob as I was, I thought that if I used one and trained it really, really, really hard, that was all I would need. And then I got to the Elite Four and realized the second Elite Four member was a ground type member. So, yeah, kind of learned my lesson. But still, I love Luxray, and I think it's better designed than Pyroar. So, number 4 is... Okay, so number 4 is Flygon, and I I really don't use a lot of Dragon types when I play, but when I can find this one, I always use it, because, like, you see all the cute little unevolved Pokemon, or all the ones that still need to evolve to their final form, and they're just so cute. Here's the good thing about Flygon. It's powerful, and it's unbelievably cute compared to its pre-evolutions. So yes, the fully evolved form is a lot cuter than the pre-evolutions. How many times has that happened? Slim to none. That's all I need to say. Also, it's very good, and it can learn Fly. although it is not a flying type. So number 3 is... Alright, so number 3 is Lucario, which is a lot of people's favorites. Trust me, I love it too. I love that its move Aura Sphere is 90 damage and it cannot miss. I love that it is a great Pokemon. It is a great character in Super Smash Bros. There are so many things I love about this Pokemon, but here's the reason why it's not any higher. Actually, 2 reasons. Number 1, it's weak to fire, which I don't like. It's weak to ground, which I don't like. And also, it's overrated. These next 2, not very overrated. Oh, and also, just like Roserade, Lucario has a person that I always see it with. Again, someone that nobody ever talks about, but I like him. If you remember in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, there's a guy named Riley in Iron Island, and he has a Lucario, and he even dresses like a Lucario, which for anybody else dressing like any other Pokemon, that'd be lame. But it's Lucario, so it's awesome. He gives you Riolu Egg, so you can have your own Lucario. But yeah. Alright, so number 2 is... Okay, so number 2 is Zoroark, and there are so many reasons why I love Zoroark. Actually, the only reason I put it number 2 instead of number 3 is because Lucario is very overrated. Yes, and overloved. So, number 1, Zoroark has awesome moveset. I need, like, every single time Blacktooth, like, I always have Crocodile or Zoroark on my team, because, like, I need foul play. I do. Take down Haxorus, and take down freaking ass Ghetsis, and he's cheating with some Pokemon. He's cheating. You're a cheater, son. You're a cheater. And also, Zora is pretty cute. Oh, and also, with its illusion ability, I just love, like, even if it's just, like, NPCs like, yeah, yeah, I tricked you, son! I tricked you! This is not what you thought it was. No, it was a Zoroark. And they will whoop your ass, boy. And, oh, last thing. The third Pokemon on my list, and final one, that, well, at least I see it, I think of this person. Whenever I see a Zoroark, I think of N. Every single time. And I'm okay with that. Woo! Okay, so number 1 is... Alright, so number 1 is Noivern. I love Noivern. When I first saw it, I loved it. Because it's a freaking dragon. And also, have you ever heard of this show that used to be on Animal Planet called The Future is Wild? There was a bat-like thing that looked like this, except for the speakerphone things, which even makes it cool. And that was one of my favorite animals from the documentary. And I thought it was going to be the pseudo-legendary. I think everybody thought it was going to be the pseudo-legendary. But no, this goo dragon thing is the pseudo-legendary. Screw it. It's dang, it's even harder to find Noibat than it is to find Gumi or Sliggoo. So, what BS is that? But, yeah, that's number 1. It's a good pick. I love it. Looks awesome. Oh, and comment like if you want to, but comment. I read all your comments. Yes, I do. But not a lot of people have commented. But please comment. And yes, if I get likes, I will do another countdown. So, bye!